Hey, what's up everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. So in this video, I'm going to be installing these Hankook Dynapro HT2 RH14 tires, size 275 65R18. They're going on a 2022 Ram. These tires, they offer 70,000 miles tread warranty. And they have 12.5 30 seconds, so they're pretty deep on the tread. It's a pretty nice looking tire. What else? It's an all season tire. Like I said, it has high tread, low noise, for light truck. What else? The mileage is pretty good. 70,000 mile tread warranties is not bad. And on the website it says it provides comfort also, so it's supposed to be a pretty good ride on these tires. So we'll go ahead and get started. Removing the air, removing the center cap, make sure that stuff doesn't get damaged, and taking off the old sticky weights. Using the hammer, it's a little bit easier than doing it with your hands. Sometimes those sticky weights can be on there pretty good. Just cleaning the old sticky stuff off, because when you're balancing, sometimes it lands in the same spot. You leave the old sticky stuff on there, and now you have to clean it while it's on the balancer. It's just easier to clean it outside when you got it off the balancer. Same thing here. Hammering these guys out, and we're gonna be doing all four. Break the beads real quick. There's like hitting it like that sometimes, because sometimes the beads break free. You don't have to be using the bead breaker all the way around the tire. Sometimes just by hitting it with your hand, the bead pops loose. Lubing up the inside of the tire and rim. Forgot a clip-on weight that was on there. Just best to remove all the weights before putting it on the machine, on the tire changer. Got a little stuck there, just adjusting it so it clamps on. On the machine, I had to expand the claws all the way out. So these rims are rather new. They're pretty good taken care of. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this rim protector on there. So when I put the one of my tire irons to start removing the tire, it doesn't scratch up the rim. So just taking that little extra step to protect the customer's wheels. Make sure they don't get scratched up. Right here, I loosened up the arm just to not when I'm rotating it, so the rim protector doesn't get stuck and doesn't move position. Using my other tire iron to pick it up, being careful we don't damage the TPMS sensors. Or sensor, just one sensor there. So just cleaning up the inside of the rim where the tire is gonna sit, making sure the bead area is all cleaned up, removing the old sensor, and then I'll be removing the valve stem. This one's a rubber valve stem. Gonna be installing a new one. Every time, we're putting new tires, make sure everything's sealed up correctly with new either TPMS kits that come with the washer, the seal, and a new nut, or like this one, it just comes with the little bolt and then a new valve stem. So now I'm going to be torquing the new little bolt that they give you that comes with the valve stem. This one was torqued to 12 inch-pounds. And just, tighten it up until it clicks. When you're first doing these, 12 foot-pounds does seem like a lot. You think with the plastic and all that, or you don't want to cross thread, or you just don't want to break the sensors. But as long as you go by what the spec says, you're gonna be fine. Like I said, sometimes not on these. On these, usually I go, if it says 12 inch-pounds, then we do that. We don't go above. But when it comes to the TPMS kits, where it has the nut that's provided, just going a little bit, maybe like 5 inch-pounds over isn't gonna hurt it either. But when it's when we deal with the little bolts, we do that one perfect right on. You just don't want to cross thread. Oops. So this one doesn't have an outside mount on the tire. I'm just lining up the like the K on Hankook with the valve, so everything's kind of matching up. Just checking what cone it needs. I think it needed the smallest one on this one, which is nice. But I had to double up the cones. If I just put one on there, then the lock nut was going to hit the rim and scratch it up. Making sure it's nice and tight, making sure everything's looking good, it's not wobbly. And I'm going to just be working on the other one. Same thing, just setting up the wheel protector. You always want to protect the customer's wheels. Yeah, for those of you, looking to get in this business, little by little, once you start changing more and more tires out, you just forget about the TPMS sensor. When you're changing it out, at first you're scared of breaking it when installing and removing tires, but, the more you do, the more you kind of just becomes natural. And inflating these, making sure the beads seat. I think the inflation pressure we put on these was the side placard of the vehicle asked for 35, I believe. So we always put it to 40. It always drops a little bit. So setting everything up. I believe the rim width was 8 on this one. 8 or 8.5. Cleaning it up, adding weights. On bigger, like let's say truck tires, especially big trucks like these, I always do a couple spins. I would, let's say, balance one side, because it asks for you to balance, put weights on both the inner and outer part of the rim, right? So I would start with one side first, balance that end out to 0, and then spin it again, double check. Sometimes on the other end that you didn't balance yet, the balance will either go down. Usually it goes down, doesn't go up. And that way you kind of get your readings correctly. Always, spin a couple more times if you have to. It's not like the regular passenger tires, like say 14s, 15s, 16s, even 17s. Sometimes you spin it the first time, put your weights, and then you spin it another time and you're zeroed out. On these bigger trucks, you kind of want to spin them a couple more times just to make sure you're really good on the balance and you don't put more weight than you're supposed to. So let's say this one, I'll balance it out, check it. Oh, well, I skipped that one. But I would check it, add weight, spin it again, check it again, add more weight, and then spin it again. So I'll spin it probably like a good 3, maybe 4 times just to get it right. A lot of times you do. When it's bigger truck tires, you got to play with it a little bit. And that's fine. A couple more minutes won't hurt. It's a little pain sometimes to get that thing to lock in there. And last one's up. Balance this thing out. And they didn't really take much weight. They didn't have much weight on there to begin with, so like I said, every time you get pretty good tires and the rims are good, you really don't throw too much weight on there, especially if they're not like all-terrain tires, mud tires, anything crazy like that. Then yeah, you would throw a lot of weight on there usually. So that's it. Finish it up. This is how it looked on the vehicle. Torqued everything up. PSI set. New tread. There you go. Close up view. Look pretty nice. We'll get this customer in like every other oil change, and do a free rotation on there. So these tires last, the good 70,000 miles. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys liked the video. Check out those new TPMS valves, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Take care.